In the previous step, we learned about this string module. We saw different things that are present in the string module. And at the end, we looked at the in operator. The in operator we used to check substring. So if a specific string is a substring of another string. We left you with an exercise at the end of the last video. How to find if a specific character is a vowel or not. Okay, I hope you had a chance to do that. If you didn't, then the easiest way to do that would be to create a vowel string. So I can say vowel string is equal to A, E, I, O, U and A, E, I, O, U. And now I can check char in vowel string. True, because it's A. Now I can change the value to, let's say, B. What can I do? If I do char in vowel string, it returns false. The other thing you can also do is just have the capital vowel. So I can just have the capital ones or the lower ones. I can have the capital ones and I can say char dot lower, or actually we have the capital, so I can say char dot upper in vowel string. This would check. So the current value of char is B, so capital B is not present in here. If I actually change the char to A, what would happen? This returns true. String, let's say I have, instead of this, I have A, E, I, O, U, all the small ones. What do you think should be the code that I would need to use to check whether something is a vowel? Yep, you're right. So it should be char dot lower in vowel string. So over here we have a char is A, that works. Even if char was capital A, what would happen? This would still continue working. That was the first exercise. Now let's move on to the second exercise. I would want to find out and print all the capital alphabets from A to Z. So I would want to print all the capital letters from A to Z. How can I do that? There was a small clue at the start of the previous step. If you want, you can review that and try and do it. You can pause the video in here and try it as an exercise. The clue at the start of the previous video was the import string module, right? We imported this string module and we saw that string module contained a number of things, right? When I press a tab, it shows all the different things which are present. And over here is something called string ASCII uppercase. So there is something called ASCII uppercase which contains a list of uppercase characters. Now, how can I use it and print each one of them on a separate line? Yep, it's very simple, right? For char in this specific string, colon, print char. What would it do? It would loop around the string character by character and print each character. You can see that A to Z are printed. Easier exercise, print all the lower characters. How do you do that? It's very simple, right? So instead of ASCII uppercase, you have ASCII lowercase and print char. That's it. We print all the lowercase characters. And an even easier exercise now. Print all the digits. You can say string dot and see the digits, string dot digits. Those are the ones, and colon, print char. That's it. You are printing all the digits on individual lines. Isn't that cool? The last exercise which we want to leave you with is checking if something is a consonant. What is a consonant? A consonant is an alphabet which is not a vowel. So any alphabet which is not A, E, I, O, U is a consonant. You can pause the video in here and try it as an exercise. The simplest way of doing the consonants thing would have been to say consonant string, and I can assign all the values, right? B, C, D, F, G, H, not I, J, and so on and so forth. However, that's a very long solution, right? But is there an easier way I can do that? Let's say I want to check whether B is a consonant or not. So I'm doing a B dot lower. I can do a not in vowel string. This returns true. However, if I do it with A, what would happen? A is not a consonant, so it's printing false. That's cool. But the problem with this solution is the fact that if I do something like this, what would happen? It returns true. It says 1 is a consonant. We need to do an additional check to make sure that the character is an alphabet. So we need to check that 1 is alpha and 1 dot lower not in vowel string. Now it becomes false. So this is one of the ways you can do that. So if I have to generalize this solution, this is what it would be. So what I'm doing is I'm checking that character is the alphabet, and I'm checking that the character is not inside the vowel string. So what's the current value of char? Character is having a B, so it's printing true. So if char is 1, what would happen? Let's execute the code. It returns false. That's cool, right? So if character has a value of 1, it's not a consonant. So you can use this expression to check if something is a consonant or not. In this step, the idea was to explore and try and find out more value in what we had learned in the earlier steps. There were things which we learned in the earlier steps like Boolean. We learned about the AND operator, and we learned about the string module and the fact that it contains uppercase letters, lowercase letters. So we tried to find out a few exercises which we thought would be interesting for you to do using all the stuff which we learned in the previous steps. I hope you had a nice time doing these exercises. If these exercises were a little tricky and little hard to solve, that's okay. That's not a problem at all. Over the period of your programming career, I'm sure you'd be able to solve much more complex problems than this. Until then, bye bye.